Welcome back to the Danger, guys. On today's episode, we're unboxing something that took roughly 8 months to get here. This is the Valve Steam Deck. Stick around. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me here on the Danger. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Today's product that we're going to open up is the Valve Steam Deck. In July 2021, Valve announced their first portable gaming device, the Steam Deck. This device was eventually released in February 2022 with 3 different models, a 64GB, a 256GB, and a 512GB model. All right, as you can see, once you open up the box, so there are 2 steps. It says plug in, and step 2 is power it on. On the side over here with another smaller box, we have seems to be another Valve box, our AC adapter. Now this is a USB-C wall plug. It does not detach from the brick itself, but no big deal. It's USB-C. It probably allows for some pretty quick charging. If I look at the label here, it looks like it's 2.5 amps. Looks like we have some instructions. This might be the health and safety and maintenance information. So now we get to the good part. This is the Steam Deck. So I'm going to set this box aside here. Comes wrapped in a cellophane case. Your games are going places. This should be pretty cool. Has a cardboard sleeve, indicates that it's the Steam Deck. I ordered the 256GB model. There is a 64GB model, there is a 256GB model, and there is a 512GB model. I ordered the middle of the road, and with that comes all of the stuff I just showed you. So inside, let's get the sleeve removed here. First you should see that there is a security tag. So this tells me that this was sealed shut when it was shipped from Valve, and I'm the first person to open it. So let's go ahead and cut it open with my knife. There you go, service tag removed, security tag removed. Nice case, seems pretty tough and solid. On the back of the case you have like a elastic strap with a cavity, probably to hold the charger or something like that. Yeah, that seems to go in there. Sure, why not? Once we unzip it, we are presented with the Steam Deck itself. How cool is that? The packaging on the inside of the case is all black. Now with the 256, you'll notice that there will be an all black felt insert. With the 512, from what I understand, it is gray material. So slight variations in the case, but needless to say, here is the Steam Deck in all of its plastic and actually really good feeling plastic glory. This thing, just holding it from the opposite side here, this is really nice feeling. Some touch pads on the top, some steam buttons, the joysticks, the A, B, X, Y, the D-pad. Now, as you can see on the top, you have your power button, your USB-C charge port, a headphone jack, a volume up and down. You have your L1, L2 triggers, R1, R2 triggers. On the upside or on the back side, you'll notice that there are a L4, L5, R4, R5, so your back buttons. They have a nice click quality to them. Along with that, some ventilation, and it looks like the Valve insignia, as you can see there. Pretty nice. Overall, the weight, it feels really, really good. It fits in your hands really, really well. The triggers, they press very, very nice and tight. Everything clicks well. The top buttons, the back buttons. Show you here. Very good looking machine. The plastic is a nice material. So some of the tech specs, let me go over those. This has an AMD APU, which encompasses the video card as well as the processor together. It has 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5 onboard RAM. Now this processor itself is a Zen 2 4-core 8T 2.4 to 3.5 gigahertz and up to 448 gigaflops. The GPU is the 8 RDNA 2CUS. All in all, pretty good specs for something that's a handheld. It does have haptic feedback within the unit itself. It also has 6-axis, so you can kind of move it around, play different games that way. The resolution of the screen is one thing to talk about. It's just a 1280 by 800 or 16 by 10 ratio screen. So it's not 1080p, it's not 4K, but it's not 720. It's just around 720. It's an IPS panel, an LCD for enhanced readability. It's 7 inches from corner to corner. It puts out about 400 nits, so plenty bright. It is only a 60 hertz refresh rate, but not a big deal. Most games these days run around 30 to 60 in their ideal state, so that should be plenty. It is also a touch screen too, so that makes it really cool. And it has an ambient light sensor, kind of like your phone. It's capable of Bluetooth 5.0. It has stereo DSP, so I guess the speakers sound pretty good inside this thing. It also has microphone, a 3.5 millimeter jack that I pointed to you guys on the top for your headphone listening. And with the DisplayPort over USB-C, you can plug this in and use it to output to a monitor or even a TV if you wanted to. If you want to see a size comparison to the Xbox Series X controller, that is what comes with an Xbox Series X, so that's pretty cool. Pretty much fits right inside the screen there as far as size goes. The material on the Xbox Series X controller is almost the same as this, so for those of you wondering what type of texture or material it's made out of, it's very similar to that. And then also we have the PlayStation 5 controller here. You know, you can tell they have they've been spaced out quite a bit on the Steam Deck to make room for the screen, but the joysticks, I would say, are more closely related to the PlayStation 5 as far as the they have a little bit more stiffness, whereas the 360 or the Series X controller are a little bit looser. So that's good. I do prefer the PlayStation 5 controller personally, so I'll enjoy that portion. The buttons, much similar to the Xbox Series X, they compress a lot more than the PlayStation 5, it seems. No big deal. Those are just your tactile A, B, X, Y buttons. So give you a good size comparison there between those controllers and the Steam Deck. So I think the next thing that we want to do is get this Steam Deck charged up. I'll power it on for you guys, and you can see what it's like to start from square one using the new Valve Steam Deck. And I'll get my Steam account loaded on here, and maybe we'll play a few games. So thanks again for watching. All right, so let's boot up the Steam Deck. This is the first time I'm
videoing turning this thing on. So basically you'll find the power button at the top, hold that for a second, and it prompts the menu instantly. It asks you to select your language. So we'll go ahead on here and we'll find English, which is right at the top. Using the touch screen, then you can go through and you can find your time zone. Typically, you would think that you could use the other controls, but I had used the left joystick to move down, find the Eastern time zone, and then selected Wi-Fi. Once I typed in my password and got all that activated, the Wi-Fi easily connected. Once the initial activation is complete, the first screen that will pop up is the sign-in screen for your Steam account. So this is where the fun begins. Go ahead and go through, enter all your credentials for your Steam account. Make sure you enable two-factor authentication, and then you should be up and running right after that. It'll show your Steam library and you can pick and choose what you want to install. Make sure you get familiar with the different buttons that allows you to find different settings within the Steam Deck. You can access your library, system settings, you can use the touch screen, all of that. Very easy to use, very familiar. Overall, super nice overlay for an operating system. I also purchased a 1 terabyte micro SD card. You can throw that right in the bottom here, as you can see. Once you throw that micro SD card in, you'll want to jump into your system settings menu and make sure you format it to the Steam Deck. After I formatted the SD card, I went through and found my Steam library, quickly glanced through a few of the games that I wanted to start playing right away, and went ahead and installed them. I started with BioShock, Batman Arkham City, Killer Queen Black, which I really like, and then some driving games. In this portion of the demo, you'll see Batman Arkham City. It booted up great. Everything was flawless. It ran at a solid 60 frames per second. Obviously, the game is several years old, but it looked fantastic. You really cannot tell that this is a 800 screen as opposed to something 4K or 1080p. It's small enough where that stuff really doesn't matter, and it just looks fantastic. It's easy to scroll, the controls navigate you exactly where you want to go. Everything is set up right out of the box. I've already been enjoying the heck out of this game, and I haven't played it in several years. It just seems brand new again. Okay, and at this part of the video, I wanted to show you exactly how you go through, select a game from Steam OS or your Steam library. In this example, I'm going to do Dirt 3, which is a rally racing game. It asks you with a few prompts if you want to use it in any particular compatibility configuration, but really it's so simple. Just hit install, give it some time to load up. Obviously, a good Wi-Fi connection creates a little bit faster of a downloading experience. And once that's done, it's ready to play. In this example with Dirt 3, the image is just fantastic. You can see here, I do need to adjust the screen size to make it a little bit bigger. This is what the Steam OS put it in to start. Super clear. Everything is super easy to use. Tons of reflections in the gravel and in the nature scenes. The car feels great when you drive it. You have different functionality when it comes to the haptic feedback and vibration. It really is just an overall perfect experience. And once again, this game, yeah, it's several years old, but it runs at a solid 60 frames per second and the settings are high. So very impressive for a handheld unit. I really see myself putting in a lot of game time, especially when I travel for things like work, etc. The Steam Deck is a fantastic product. So for those of you who are worried because maybe you're not like a PC player or you like to stick to console and maybe you're a little bit worried that it would be too complicated, I can definitely attest that I am not the best when it comes to PC gaming. I don't know the ins and outs of Windows, Linux, etc. The Steam Deck though, once you pick it up, once you log into your Steam account, everything's there, everything works. The operating system is smooth. Valve is keeping up on a daily basis of keeping this thing updated, putting in different type of work just to make sure it functions for all types of users. Do not be intimidated. This machine is solid. So with all that said, what are the things that I do and don't like about it? Well, I really like the price point at around $500 for a good middle level model. It's much more affordable than a gaming laptop and it works just fine. As far as the things that I don't like, the fan noise is pretty loud and the battery life only lasts around 3 hours depending on the games that you're playing. All in all, not that bad. Really do recommend this. Make sure you check out the website and buy yourself a Steam Deck.